Welcome to Get Better Basketball Live. I'm Coach DeMarco, and today I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of how Virginia dissected Syracuse's 2-3 zone. You're not going to want to miss this episode, especially if you're looking for ways to attack a 2-3 zone. Before we jump into it, make sure you show me some love and hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great content each and every week. Another Get Better Basketball Live is up now. Coach DeMarco here with Get Better Basketball Live, and today I'm going to take you through how Virginia dissected Syracuse's 2-3 zone. And they did this in a couple of different ways. One of the ways that Virginia attacked Syracuse's 2-3 zone is by putting their best playmaker and point guard in the middle of the zone. This is something that coaches like to do because it's going to cause the zone to collapse in on their best decision maker. It's going to allow him to dump the ball inside to one of the bigs or kick the ball outside for three-point opportunities. There's going to be a lot of focus on the point guard whenever he comes into the middle of that zone to try to prevent him from getting the ball. It can be very effective if you do this with your team, and I'm going to take you through a couple of video clips of how this works. Virginia is also going to use ball screens against the 2-3 zone. Ball screens are very effective because they allow penetration into the paint. They're going to use inner ball screens, as we see right here, where they screen from the inside of the zone, which will allow the penetration into the zone and also cause these scramble situations by the 2-3 zone. And I'll take you through exactly how that works. They are also going to use outer ball screens against the 2-3 zone, which again allows them to penetrate into the zone, causing the zone to collapse in scramble situations anytime the ball is kicked out to the perimeter. I'm going to take you through a couple of different clips of how this allowed them to dissect Syracuse's 2-3 zone. In addition to using ball screens, Virginia is also going to use a low screen on the center of the 2-3 zone. We often will see a screen from the outside or the corner on the center, but this is actually going to come from the point guard at the top after he passes, which is a little bit unique. I'm going to show you exactly why this is effective for Virginia. And finally, we know that coaches will often say the best way to attack any zone defense is to get out in transition before they have an opportunity to set up their zone. Though Virginia had limited opportunities to get out in transition, I would be remiss if I did not mention this important factor to attacking any zone defense. Now let's dive into the first set of video clips of how Virginia dissected Syracuse's 2-3 zone. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the point guard getting into the middle of the zone. And you're going to see all five defenders really hone in and focus their attention on him before and after he catches the ball, and a great kick out for a three. I just want to take you through this and pause here as the point guard gets into the middle. You're going to see these defenders are all kind of going to pinch in. They don't really want to let the ball get in there in general, but especially with the point guard here in the middle, who's a great decision maker. And at this point in the second half, they had taken advantage of this a couple of times, and Virginia was starting to hurt them by getting the ball into the middle to the point guard. So we're going to see here again, the pass does get entered. Now look when it gets into the middle. Look at the defense hone in on him. 1, 2, 3, 4. And even this player who's covering the big underneath, you have 5 defenders who are going to all hone in on him when he has the ball because he's such a threat in there. Now he's going to attack with these 5 defenders. Great IQ play here. We're going to have this player pop out to the corner, and he's going to get an open three-pointer off of it. We're going to see one more time here, the point guard who's going to slide in behind the zone into the middle. Notice that he's making a lower target, which, you know, a taller player tends to give a bigger target, but he knows they can scoot it in here right between these players nice and low and he just wants to get the ball in the zone so he can go to work. They're going to get that bounce pass into him, nice ball fake, and then a kick out for an open three. In this next clip here, we're again going to see the point guard slide in behind the forward and into the middle of the zone, trying to find the open space. This time he's going to work his way back out, and they almost end up with a 4 out at that point. Then he's going to come back in again, slide behind the zone, get that pass nice and low, and kick out for an open three-point opportunity. They don't score in this possession, but this guard does a great job sliding in behind the zone, and they got an open three-point opportunity. And one of the things I have to mention in this game was Virginia's time of possession was significantly higher than that of Syracuse. You're going to see them work the clock down right here to 6 seconds on the shot clock before they take this three-pointer. This was not a three-pointer that they took early in the shot clock. This was them working the ball, making the zone move. And this guard, watch him, does a great job. Again, he's working behind the zone and really sneaky and crafty. He gets into the open window here. Nice quick bounce pass. This player goes for it and doesn't get it, which then is going to open up for him to turn and kick the ball outside. And they also have the center down below, which we're going to see in another clip, that he can actually dump the ball inside to the center. Really well-designed plan of attack by Virginia against Syracuse's 2-3 zone. So we saw the point guard catch the ball in the middle. Now in this possession, we're going to see him make himself available again, sneak in behind the zone. He's going to work back out, and watch this great back cut he makes here, which is going to create a kick out and then an additional pass, good ball fake here, and a three-pointer. As we take a look at this clip one more time, we're again going to see the point guard slide in behind the 2-3 zone, making himself available. He's going to get a lot of extra attention when he's in the zone. We have 4 players really collapsing in on him. No, it's typically the case against any player in the middle, but I feel like he gets extra attention every time he gets in the middle of the zone. And then he does a great job here sneaking out behind this defender. This defender does bump him, but he should be communicating there's a cutter and recognizing that he's behind the zone. In a 2-3 zone defense, or really any defense, you have to do a nice job recognizing when players are cutting in and out of the zone and calling those cutters, and that doesn't happen in this instance. So he's going to hang out in the corner on this catch, a great cut behind the zone. He's going to draw the attention of 4 different players. We're going to get a kick out for a 3. Look at the shot clock once again. We're down to 11 seconds here, and we're going to take another 3-point shot after a ball fake with under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Great patience by Virginia. In the next clip, we're again going to see the point guard work in behind the zone, and then he's going to end up catching in the middle here, and a nice kick out, which could have been a 3-point opportunity. Nice rotation by Syracuse, which I think they do deserve credit here because they rotate a lot. But it's Virginia who's putting them in a position where they are scrambling by using this point guard in the middle, who's going to catch, he's going to kick out, he's going to catch again back at the top, he's going to drive, and he's going to make another kick out. So really nice movement by Virginia. Again, I'm going to pause here. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Great patience against the zone on this kick out. They missed a shot here, but another great possession by Virginia, working the clock and getting a quality shot. And this is the last clip I'm going to share with you of the point guard work in the middle of the zone. And at this point, we know the routine. He's going to make himself available, draw attention from these defenders, and then eventually he's going to work out of the zone. The post is going to come high. This time, the defender does a better job sliding in to take away a backdoor cut. The post doesn't open up yet at this point to see that available. He's just going to skip out. The point guard's going to stay in here, again, making himself available, draws a lot of attention on even the pass to the corner. We're going to get a nice rotation here, a pass inside, which is going to cause the zone to collapse. Nice job spacing the floor here on the perimeter, and we're going to see a skip out to the opposite side of the floor. Want to look at the shot clock here. 5 seconds on the clock. As I mentioned before, Virginia does a great job possessing the ball. against the 2-3 zone. They don't score in this opportunity, but on this possession, they do work the clock. They make the zone work really hard, and they get what I would say is a quality shot against the zone, a three-pointer with 5 seconds left on the clock after working the ball inside and outside against the zone. They're not making it easy for Syracuse. So the first thing we're going to see here is Virginia set an inner ball screen right here and then pop out, creating a 4-out opportunity. We're going to see this post. Anytime there's 4 out here, he likes to work in behind the defense, which can be very effective and also allow for some scoring opportunities inside. We're going to get nice rotation. Here's our playmaker, great baseline drive. Look at the way Virginia is making the zone collapse. And I keep using the word, but Syracuse is in a scramble situation here. We get another pass and a good look at a 3-point shot. Just going to take you through this one more time. We're going to see this ball screen. And I want to point out here that 2 defenders are going to cover 1 player here. This defender is going to come out over the top to stay with them, and this defender is going to cover him. I think they probably could have switched and stayed with this defender, taken away the pop, and this defender could have covered here. It may have allowed them to skip, forcing this forward outside and allowing for a dump inside. But I do think it would have been a better option than right now. We're going to have 2 covering 1, and we're going to hit the pop, and we're going to have an advantage on this side of the floor. The point guard is over here, who cut over here intentionally, which now is going to force the forward to come up and allow him to attack the baseline. So a simple inner ball screen is going to create a scramble from Syracuse. Nice job driving, a kick out, and then an open 3-point shot. One more time at full speed, we're going to see the inner ball screen, the scramble situation it creates, a kick, one more, and an open 3-point shot. Now in the first half, Virginia popped off of the ball screen, causing a scramble situation. This time, different players setting it. We're going to get a roll, and the point guard is going to attack. This defender is put in a bind. Is he going to stay with the point guard, which allows a kick out for a 3? Great setup by Virginia off of this inner ball screen that they're going to use against the zone by putting this defender in a bind. He kind of stunts here and gets caught in the middle. Point guard turns the corner, and we're going to get a lob here for a dunk. I want to point out one additional factor in this play. We know we have the 2 players against 1 defender here. When the corner is turned by the point guard, and we notice that that screen creates a little bit of an advantage for him, this player is going to come from the wing and work behind the zone. It's going to make it challenging because if this forward picks up the center, which he's late getting to anyways, I'll talk about that in a minute, it could potentially open up a scoring opportunity for this player. So really well-designed play by Virginia. And I want to point out this forward gets caught here. He needs to really work hard to beat this player to the spot. We see the small advantage that's created by the ball screen. The defender actually does a really nice job recovering. And I want to point that out here because Syracuse is a great defensive team. They're great in the 2-3 zone, and they are working hard to recover. But I think a lot of this is about what Virginia is doing to create these advantages and mismatches or advantage situations against the zone. And we're going to see the lob for the dunk. Full speed, inner ball screen, turns the corner, lobs for the dunk. This is the first of 3 clips I'm going to take you through using outer ball screens. And the point guard is actually going to reject the screen in this situation and attack into the middle of the paint. But you're going to notice it causes 2 defenders to keep their eyes on this point guard. And now this forward has to decide, am I going to go to the corner or am I going to cover this player? Again, a great setup by Virginia, very intentional where they're placing their offensive players when these screens are being used. And the defense collapses. Defender decides to come low, doesn't want to give up a layup on a bounce pass, playmaker has the ball, which we see as a common theme throughout this game, whether he was in the middle or on the drive. And this time he's going to kick. We're going to have an open 3-point shot. I'm going to play that through one more time at full speed. Outer ball screen, he rejects it and attacks into the middle, and then a kick out for an open 3. Again, we're going to see an outer ball screen used in this possession, except this time the point guard is going to use the screen and make a dump inside, which is going to allow a skip and an open 3-pointer. So here comes the outer ball screen. It's going to create a small advantage here. Defender does a decent job getting over the top this time. We're going to see our 4 players out on the perimeter, another common theme for Virginia. And we're going to see the post slide in here, do a nice job sneaking in behind the zone. Point guard's going to attack. It causes the defense to collapse. Nice dump down in here to the center, who's going to do a great job. Doesn't have a chance to score. Skip, one more open 3-point shot. They don't make it this time, but that throughout the course of the game, they're going to make more than they don't because they're open shots after Syracuse scrambles on defense. Going to let this play through one more time, and we're going to see the outer ball screen here that is set, penetration into the zone. Great job here. The defense has to collapse, and I want you to look on this shot. There are 2 defenders here that cannot get to him, and that's not a lack of effort by Syracuse, in my opinion. It's the fact that Virginia gets into the zone, they kick, they skip, one more, and then an open shot. And look at this center who is now inside of the zone. He's going to get this rebound and get a putback and one on this possession. You can see the frustration by Syracuse after this happens. This is the 3rd and final outer ball screen I'm going to share with you, but Virginia did use this throughout the game. And in this example, the point guard again is going to reject the screen. He's not going to force it. And even though he doesn't get into the paint, watch these 2 defenders. They're pinched in really tight on him. Now it's going to be a pass. It's going to force the forward to come out. The guard's out here. We're going to get another pass now back up to the top. They like to use this action, Virginia, and this is why I wanted to show you this clip. We're going to have on that pass back to the top, this player is going to work back down into the paint. I'm going to take you back through it one more time. So they're going to pass to the top. They're going to cut low. And it's a little bit of a seesaw action where the big is going to come up to the high post. He was maybe going to set another outside ball screen here. Instead, we get a high pass up to him. And look at the duck in here. You got to have 2 defenders. And I wanted to show you everyone this because where he positions himself after the initial outer ball screen is in the paint. If this defender comes up here to help, it's an easy pass inside. This defender's worried about him. So we're actually going to get a kick out to the opposite corner. Syracuse does a pretty good job recovering, but I would consider that a pretty quality shot late in the shot clock. So one more time, outer ball screen. The patience of Virginia is just remarkable. It's not there this possession. They use the screen. It's not going to be there every time, but there were a lot of times where it created an advantage to get into the paint. Instead, they're going to work the ball around the perimeter, inside, back out for a 3-pointer. Let's look at the shot clock here. 5 seconds. There's our theme, patience against the zone. They are dissecting it step by step, possession by possession. 3-pointers good. So we've seen the point guard in the middle. We've seen the outer and the inner ball screens. And now we're going to see the point guard set a low screen on the center. And that's going to create a number of scoring opportunities for Virginia. Let's check it out. The last action I'm going to take you through against the 2-3 zone before we jump into transition is this really simple screen down on the center, which is going to allow the big to come up here and catch at the high post. I want you to notice that this player hangs out down behind the zone. It's going to draw the attention of this forward, and this offensive player is going to try to get in this open window. And when I say open window, it's the area between these 2 defenders where this player can pass to him. This forward is going to now worry about this player as well as this player who's trying to find the open window. The center is going to take a couple of dribbles over, nice ball fake. It's going to cause this guard to work out. And this center is very good skill-wise off the dribble to the basket, which forces this guard to kind of stunt or stay inside, and also pulling up here. He sees a great opportunity to take what's a high percentage shot for him. He's going to pull up and knock down this shot. Going to take you through one more time. Point guard's going to come through, set the screen. It's going to cause this forward to come down inside. We're going to get a couple dribbles and a pull-up shot for two. Just another great action that Virginia uses, really simple but effective against 2-3 zone. So we're going to see another low screen here by the point guard on the center. And I think, honestly, this is as much about the point guard kind of sneaking back out into the perimeter or hiding in behind the zone as it is this cut to the high post. Sure, it's going to cause this player opportunities to catch at the high post. You notice this guard kind of throws a hand up this time to take away that pass. But really, it's going to allow for an opportunity now for the point guard to work back out on the perimeter and catch in a scramble situation. Great job penetrating into the zone. 4 players collapse, really, I guess 5. Great positioning again by Virginia. Excellent job by Tony Bennett against a very good 2-3 zone from Syracuse. We're going to get a kick and a 3-point shot. So one more time, we're going to see the screen down, and then the point guard's going to work back out. We don't catch here, but the point guard off a scramble is going to get a chance to attack and then skip. And, you know, look at the shot clock here, about halfway down, about 14 seconds left. They do a great job possessing the basketball and working the shot clock down against the 2-3 zone. This is the last possession I'm going to share with you where the point guard sets a low screen on the center. We're going to see the initial action be that inner ball screen, which is not taken advantage of. It does not create any advantage for the ball handler. So now the point guard is going to come down and set this low ball screen. I want you to notice that the center for Syracuse is going to work a lot harder to get through this screen and prevent Virginia from catching the ball at the high post. But because the point guard slides in now behind the zone, it's now the second half, as I noted. So they're going to be aware of this player down behind the zone. So the center is going to look him up and make sure he's not going to catch. And if he does, he's going to have to get over there. It's going to allow Virginia's center to catch high. And now, once again, we have a duck in. Anytime this player ducks in, the forward has to pinch in here. The center's high up to take away this shot or the drive, because we know this player skill-wise can take advantage of those opportunities. And notice a trend, once again, of these two players out on the perimeter. In a minute, we're going to see a kick out to the point guard, which is going to cause a scramble and eventually lead to an open three-pointer for this player who's down here on the duck in. But notice the trend of these two players out here on the perimeter, another player on the opposite side, and this high-low opportunity for Virginia. We're going to see the kick out to the point guard. He's going to look back into the middle. Again, it's going to cause a collapse from the zone, and it's going to be a skip out for a 3-point opportunity. He's going to knock down this shot. Going to take you through this one more time and let it play through at full speed as we see the screen down on the center, which is going to eventually lead to a pass into the middle. High-low opportunity, not there. Zone collapses, kick, back to the middle, and then a high IQ play here by this player to work back out, seeing the defense collapse, and then getting this 3-point opportunity. It's unfortunate for Syracuse that this player ends up falling down, creating a great advantage in transition for Virginia, but I want you to watch how these players sprint down the floor. We're going to have our rim runner. He gets straight to the rim, creates an advantage situation here, a 2-on-1, and he's going to get an open dunk. You just got a complete breakdown of how Virginia dissected Syracuse's 2-3 zone by using ball screens, putting their point guard in the middle of the zone, setting a low screen, and of course, getting out in transition. If you love this video, then make sure you hit that like button down below to show me some love. Turn on your notifications and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great video breakdowns each and every week. As always, get better every day.